Welcome back! We're back. It's
Hi,
been a long time.
guys.
Welcome back to another episode of the SUJOBAE podcast. I think it's episode 17.
Sorry.
Episode 17. My name's Joseph Kim.
I'm Suzie Lee.
I'm Matthew Bae.
Yeah, we're back. It's
Wow.
been it's like 2 months.
We're back in person.
Yeah.
After 2 months.
That is true. At least we're
Fun
in
fact,
person.
we saw Matt last week.
Yeah, fun fact, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, we're not in Chicago. Matt's down here at Purdue. So
Yeah, at my place.
yeah, this is Susie's home.
Yep. And also, my voice sounds like a guy because I'm sick.
Yeah.
But
Nothing
that's-
changed.
Yeah, but I sound like a guy.
She still sounds like a guy.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since we recorded one. Hope you guys didn't miss us too much. I know we have some fans out there. But how have you guys been, man? How have you been, Matt?
You guys are only fans.
How's life been? 2 months.
Life's been good. Well, it's like good and bad, but it's been chill. I've been able.
Sorry.
She's gonna be sniffling.
I've been able to like relax a lot and just like do other stuff.
Mm.
But actually, recently, this happened about a week ago. I got a job offer verbally,
Nice.
and then they ghosted me. So
I
got
knew
an
this,
offer.
and Joseph said, nice,
Yeah.
stop.
So they ghosted me. So that was like hard because I was like, damn, what the heck? Because they gave me a verbal offer, and then I emailed them saying, hey, I'd like to accept,
Mm.
and then let's talk. And then they just never responded.
That's like worse.
Yeah, it's worse. I wish they said like, oh, sorry, we chose someone else. Then I'll kind of be, I'll be mad.
Yeah, give a reason.
Yeah, I'll be mad, but I won't be like that mad because at least they told me, right? But then I still have not heard from them, so it's like that was like frustrating. But I think it was like people told me like I probably dodged a bullet. Like
It could. If
Yeah.
it's
if they do that bad of a big business practice, like who knows how the business would be running.
HR
So,
would have been a nightmare.
yeah,
Mm,
it would. So like I probably dodged a bullet, but whatever.
mm.
But yeah, I've been chilling. I recently started playing volleyball.
Nice.
Interesting.
I suck.
Oh my gosh, I joined a volleyball intramural for course.
For real?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, we haven't practiced.
She joined.
I just joined.
That's all she said. She
What's their
joined.
tribes? No, yeah, I've been playing with my like church, and like they're really good. And like I didn't play that bad, but I was like, I don't know what to do. You know, when I jump, I do the Jordan logo. Like when I jump, I do like the star. It's so embarrassing. But anyways,
Legs out.
yeah. What else?
Well, you came last week.
I did come last week. I came last week for
to pick up your brother.
to pick up my brother,
Yeah.
and I'm here again.
To pick
Pick
up.
up my brother.
Hey,
So-
how's the vlogging going, bro? You've been vlogging. quite a
Yeah.
I
Every
want
time
to
you
see
hear-
the clips.
Right now,
bit. Where they at,
I'll
bro?
show you the clips after this. But right now, I've been really just like it's for like memories. Because like my computer is so slow, I cannot edit. I tried so hard, but like
I like
you know,
your PC.
if you guys know Adobe Premiere Pro, like that program especially is so intensive on the computer.
Mm,
So I'm saving up to get like a MacBook Air because it has the M1 chip, and then I can like use that.
I can barely run Adobe
Yeah.
Premiere on this one.
Yeah, so it has the M1 chip, so I can use it. But yeah, I've been kind of holding off for a little bit. But yeah, I've been recording because I've been seeing people in Chicago and also here.
Mhm.
So I've been going
You
back
got
and
all the
forth.
files though.
I have everything saved, so like I'm just waiting to do that. What else? I don't know. I'm chilling. I honestly like. It's been a good summer of like growth and like kind of getting away from everything. So
Nice.
I'm like thankful, but I also want to get a job as soon as possible.
Mm.
So, but I have a lot of time, so
Makes
it's
sense.
like it's not a big.
You don't
rush.
have like a deadline or anything. It's just like
No,
It's
so-
only been like a couple months.
Yeah, I've been really blessed because like my mom and dad both told me like, yeah, if you don't work for a year, cool. Like we got you. You know, just do what you need to do, and I'm really grateful for that. So,
Because I know you're trying.
yeah, I apply it every day. I applied this morning actually, like
Mm.
before I came here. So,
Mhm.
like,
That's good. That's good.
yeah, like I apply every day. So if you're watching, you have a job offer.
All right.
Plug that. Plug that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like, what about you guys? School still?
Yeah. Pretty much. I don't know.
I feel like
We just finished like our first midterm one season. Like,
no,
I know, that's
you
true.
did.
Oh.
I didn't have midterms.
Oh.
But
okay.
did.
All right.
wait, but like, didn't you like? I feel like you guys are having a lot more fun this year than last year. I feel like you guys are doing more things. You guys have like movie stuff, like food stuff, like drink.
I feel like that's only because last year was kind of the COVID year, or like we were just fresh off COVID, so people were trying to feeling things out, and then people had just met each other for the first time in person, so well, at least when I came spring semester, it was kind of that vibe where it's like, yeah, we just got close with each other, but everyone's still kind of on campus, like still living in dorms, and then they're not really down to like go out and explore kind of vibe. So I feel like this year people are a lot more experimental when it comes to like having fun. Like we should try this, or we should try
That's
this.
Good. That's important.
Yeah,
just willingness.
I think for me is like I had same friends for like 4 years, so then like me and my friends weren't gonna like. I don't know why. We just like never like did stuff like that. We never had movie nights. Like we never like we didn't do that.
That's true.
So I think this year, since it's my last semester, I'm trying to like do some things that I haven't really done with people, and these people I'm like just now getting to know. So hanging out has been like helping me.
It's weird because they were like my friends that I used to hang out with all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but I never hung out with them.
Yeah. So like I'm glad because I feel like it's like I like see a little bit of pictures here and there, but it looks fun.
We recently had like a Korean pancake night. That was really fun, and it was really cheap. Like everyone paid like $7 each.
It's just water and flour and kimchi.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
But we also got tteokbokki. Well, my school, honestly, I think it's been kind of hard, like with having like almost all of my friends graduated, and like it's just like. I feel like I don't really have like a comfort circle to come back to, because like when I had like my group of friends, I would like kind of talk to new people, but then come back and like relax. Yeah. But I don't have that group anymore really, other than like Joseph and like no like. All right.
I had no one. Oh wait,
I'm a second thought.
No,
he's there.
But yeah, it's been kind of tough. But I think it's like how. This is good because post-grad is going to be like that.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think it's pretty, yeah. The school-wise, school's okay. But, yeah, I've been busy as well, I guess. Busy?
Oh, busy.
I mean, busy and dizzy.
I've been dizzy.
All right. Cool. Not me. But.
Not much though, honestly. It's just school. Like,
I
feel like people expect if you're on school to have like something going on, but honestly, it's just classes.
Yeah.
And then you like occasionally hang out on the weekend. Yeah. And then that's basically it.
And like we like just study together.
Yeah. That's probably the bulk of.
That's what I miss. Like I don't miss school. I miss the study sessions because you didn't really study.
Yeah.
I mean, you do study for like the first
but at least
hour,
you're together.
But at least you're together. Yeah, the community. That's what I miss.
And we're like. Canes? And
that's what I remember. Like, or like get cheesy bread. Like, that's what it's so good.
Yeah, bank account's crying though.
I'm getting broke.
Yeah.
I'm especially broke because I just got a car too. So like I have to pay off because we're financing it over like a couple months.
Yeah, and now you have to pay insurance too.
What model?
Kia Sportage.
What year?
2023.
Sheesh.
So it's brand new.
It's a new boy.
Yeah, it's high tech.
Mine is 2014.
Yeah. Well, I'm using this car until like
Mazda.
until like 35, like guaranteed. So gotta take care.
He's a good car. He's a good. I mean,
this is a solid car.
Good car. Man.
Not gonna lie, it's a nice car, but it's scary driving for the first time on campus.
I was very scared of being Joseph's first passenger.
Yeah, Suzie was my first passenger.
Yeah, Joe's a bad driver.
Oh,
he's very like.
Dude, the one time you drove my car, it was the worst.
Really?
Dude, I drove from one stop sign to another stop sign. Like,
we with my friend Rebecca. Rebecca was on one of the episodes. Watch that one.
Yeah, that's true.
She was like, after Joe drive, she was like, Joe, get out of the car.
Really?
She got so mad.
I literally drove from one stop sign to another stop sign.
But the thing is, like,
what are you gonna?
He braked, and we're all like,
bro.
No, he does that.
I brake kind of hard.
Yeah. And then he would brake hard. I'm like, oh. And then he's like, oh, that was kind of rough. I'm like, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too.
No, but once you get it, you get it.
I was scared because Joseph was scared. I was like, wait,
yeah, that's true. If the driver's scared, I get really
Yeah.
scared. My anxiety goes up. But the problem is sometimes, like, they're driving super recklessly, but they're like...
Yeah.
Suzie, we didn't die.
Yeah, we didn't die. We didn't die.
I consider myself a pretty average driver.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say, I'm nervous, but, like, realistically, I'm pretty...
fine.
I think I'm the best driver here.
No, I think I am.
No.
Suzie, you're definitely not.
Why?
I think I'm above you.
I'm the best driver here.
I've driven for like a week now, and I'm probably above you.
I have driven far more than all of you.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think Matt's probably the best.
Wait, I've driven to Florida before.
I've driven to
Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay, maybe not. All right,
I've driven
anyways.
in Korea, so that's the
All
only
right.
I have.
No cares. No cares. All right, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, we got some questions to
Should
ask.
we start with dating or what are we starting?
Let's start with school. Yeah,
Wait, how about we do school? Or how about we go live? and then
life, school?
Start.
Start.
All right, first question. When was the last time you cried and why?
Sheesh. Like last night or
This morning. Last time I cried.
You want to start, Matt? When was the last time?
Last time I cried, hasn't been since I've been home. I think like it's weird to cry at home.
Really?
Because like for me, it's like my parents are there and everything, so I don't want to like cry in front of them. So it's like
I mean, you can always cry in the shower.
I don't even know your strategies. But like I think the last time I cried was probably my last semester. It was when it was actually in front of everybody. I cried at the last Friday.
Oh my god, what we say?
No. Oh well, I almost did.
Oh my god, I cried then too.
I
Oh, you guys just sing
I couldn't sing. I couldn't cry because I was playing the guitar. If I did, it would have been over.
I had to turn
So
around.
like for me, it was like I cried. I remember like you know how we split off into little groups. So at the end of the session, we split off into little groups of like 3 to 4 to like kind of talk for like the last year, and then I remember my group ended like slightly early than everyone else, and I kind of like stepped out and like looked at everybody, and then for some reason I just started bawling.
Really?
I couldn't control myself. I was bawling, and I put myself into a little corner, and then like you know
I didn't know you cried.
I know I was like bawling because. For some reason, like I wasn't thinking anything, but I just started crying because I think like you know it was like the last Friday of my career, and that was like huge for me. Kind of like I did it, but like it's over a little bit. I remember like then Joseph Chen and like Michelle Du had to like comfort me because I was like dying.
Wow.
But yeah,
That's a pretty emotional.
Yeah, I was really really emotional that day, and then like I remember everybody was like, "Man, why do you look so mad?"
I just cried.
I was like, go away. I got so annoyed. But yeah, that was tough. That was a tough day for me. Like in a good way. It was emotional. It was really emotional. That was the last time I think.
At least it was like happy crying, I guess. Kind of.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
I cried when I saw my grades the last time because I graduated. I was like, what's going on?
I think I'll cry when
I cried because I just saw the passing grades and like not that I failed, but you know I got good grades and I was like. I did it. You know, I completed the next milestone in my life, so I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, that was the last time. Not too sad.
Oh,
hopefully.
wow. Interesting.
For me, I like last time I bawled out was probably like a couple weeks into the school year. Like I was calling my parents and we were just talking about like life, like where I'm at right now and how's school been. I think at that point I was still kind of like on the fence of like, do I want to be social? Do I not? You know, like we're kind of far from campus as well, so like I have to make an effort if I want to hang out. And like just thinking about like just being alone made me sad, I guess. So I cried a lot then. The last time I like basically almost cried, was probably when I shared my testimony on Sunday.
Oh my god, I cried then too.
Yeah. I don't know if you could tell, but when I was saying this, like writing it out was not that bad, but when I spoke in front of everyone, there was a moment where like I paused.
Oh, we all knew.
Yeah, but it was like coming up, and I was like, shoot. Like,
that's what made me more sad. The fact that Joseph was about to cry, I was like,
I was not expecting, because I feel like I'm usually I don't usually
say
show
out loud.
I don't show a lot of emotion in front of people, especially like crying or whatever. But I don't know. I felt very vulnerable at that moment. So when I was like almost about to cry, and then I saw people
The
cry.
thing is, like everyone knows, and that's why they start crying.
Yeah,
because you choked up, and then everyone's like,
yeah.
shit.
It was like half of it was because I was nervous, and half of it was because it was an emotional part in the story, and like I like my throat like just closed up. I had to like take a moment. Like I was like, hold up, let me pause.
They told me, they were like, oh yeah, like Joe's testimony was so good, like he made everyone cry, and then I said, I can make you cry too. But a different way.
No, like I didn't know it was gonna be that heavy. I didn't know what to expect.
But you knew most of it, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, really?
I didn't know like the main part.
The story I shared was not something I usually talk about freely in front of people.
I heard
I've told a couple people like in person.
I still would have cried.
I've written it in text, but I've never like me verbally saying it out loud is probably like the second time ever in my life. So it's still pretty hard to deliver. But yeah, it's probably the last time I felt very emotional enough to cry. But obviously, I didn't want to cry in front of people.
Joe coming at you. Get ready.
I held back. But yeah, people were crying, so that made me very emotional too.
Yep.
Engineering fails.
Yeah, I might cry like next week.
You'll see him at the pastor.
Dude, the number of people that came up to me after me preaching and they were like, "So change."
I said that.
Yeah, you said that too. It's like, so when do you apply to seminary, huh?
That was good, and it didn't even seem like you're nervous.
But that's a really hard thing to do.
That's what I'm
Preaching is hard. Like I think it's a different like speech. You have to be that's really impressive because I think preaching is really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give credit to Pastor Park, like our pastor at our church. Like he gave me a lot of tips, and I don't know, I just felt very comfortable sharing in front of you guys. So I think that's why it made it confident sounding.
Very more comforting, I think, than most.
Yeah,
you know everyone's face. Yeah.
Obviously, public speaking is very nerve-wracking, but the fact that I know I'm talking to a crowd that I know and like will appreciate what I have to say, even if I like mess up or whatever, it made it a lot easier. So that was like 2 weeks ago. It happened.
Also, you cried at Joe's. That's last time you cried.
What?
You cried at Joe.
At Joe's?
So,
oh wait, that was not the last.
Oh yeah, well Susie's last time she cried. Well, I know about this, but you want to share?
Last time I cried was last night.
Wait,
but I cry a lot though. So like it's like not special.
You want to share it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not secret. No, just kidding.
Yeah, she cried about.
All right, next topic.
Like yesterday was just like overall like a rough day for me. And you know how you become very emotionally like vulnerable when you're sick.
Yeah.
So I was just like, wow, today's just like really bad. And then I like walked around my apartment to like kind of calm down. So I did, but then like I asked Joseph if he wanted to walk together because he lives right there. But then he wasn't here. But then Joseph was like, let me call you Suzie. So then I called Joseph and I came back again. I was like, oh god. So I started crying again.
Joe's like, not this again.
all right. Calm down.
Yeah, but it was...
Okay.
But, yeah, yesterday was just like a rough day. But I feel like I've been having like my emotions would go like, oh, I think I'm very okay to like I don't feel the downfall.
It just hits like that. It's
it like changes so fast. So I think yesterday was just like one of those days. But honestly, not a big deal because I cry a lot.
I mean, that's relatable, right?
Yeah.
Like those bad days, everyone has them. And it's just, there's sometimes the best thing to do is cry.
Just cry, yeah.
I think like the bad thing guys do is like, we hold it in and then
it piles up.
We might do something bad after, like we might go do something we regret later. So
like
go
drink a ton or
we go I
go beat someone up.
What?
I don't know. That's what he does. I drink.
Hey, whoa.
I remember like when I was really sad, I would go to like at the time like our friend Adrian's place, and I would like tell Ryan like we're drinking. And he's like, okay.
I feel like when I drink when I'm sad though, it's just not it. Because I cry so much.
Well, I drink to forget. Like I just like the reason I'm drinking is not because like I'm sad or I want to get drunk. It's just I'm now focused on the drinking and whatever we're doing, and I'm not focused on like whatever I'm sad about. Yeah.
I take a shower.
I usually just cry it out.
This is Matt's vlog thing, by the way.
Yeah.
I guess you guys are technically part of it, but you obviously won't show up.
But he won't.
Yeah, well, yeah. This is Matt's vlog.
Yeah.
Someday it'll come up.
One day.
Someday you'll see this someday.
Can you imagine I just keep it to myself for this?
It's like I'm 30 years old now. This is in my files.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Was that the last time?
Yeah, that was the last time, I think.
Unless it was this morning.
There might be another incident very soon, so just be careful, guys. Alright, then we'll move on to the next question. The next question is, should DMs be normalized? And then we'll kind of tell like our DM stories and like the worst we've given or how to like give them. So if you guys don't know and you live under a rock, DMs stand for direct messages. So like mostly they're through like Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, I think Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, Twitter. People use Twitter a lot. But like, wait, if I like message somebody, that's not DMs, right?
No, I feel like DMs is like you got to make an effort to make
your DMs. But like, is DMs like? Because like I heard stories where like they mutually know each other, like they met a few times, and then the guy texted her, and then she said, "Oh, he slid in."
Okay, well I feel like we can define what DMs is then.
Yeah, I mean Well, I think anything on DM is DM.
Like anything texting wise?
Yeah.
I think if it's out of nowhere, then it's like
actually,
it's considered like a DM.
If it's out out of nowhere, like is it out of nowhere or is it you saying, hey, let's go on a date? Is that is the context?
I feel like the word DM itself doesn't necessarily incite like sliding to you say, hey, you want a date?
Like
it's like DM is like I can see like, hey, Matt, we're free tonight. So like just direct message, like verbatim, like directly messaging, but then obviously in the context of like trying to hit someone up or date, then you can slide in.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So then that's our definition. If you have a definition,
Dungeon Master. All right.
I don't think anyone would.
Let's go.
I
don't know what he just said.
DM, bro.
Dungeon Master damage meter. But then okay. So then should DMs be like normalized? And the reason why we're asking this question because I watched a podcast before and they basically were like debating if like DMs should be less taboo. Because like now, because after the pandemic, we're forced to be like
social,
no, unsocial. Because we're separate, like distant. We can only communicate through technology or through social media, and because literally everyone has social media now. Yeah. Should it be normalized? Should it be less weird?
I think it depends on like how you approach it.
But I think I think for me or how I understand it is that sometimes like the DM could literally just be like, hey. You want to go on a date? It's very just like basic, but no matter what, it's weird.
Actually, yeah. Sometimes I just think Instagram DMs are weird. I think I'm like not used to it still. Okay. Because even when it's just like, hey, I've gotten hey before, and I was like, why is this guy
hey, bye.
Bye.
Or I usually don't respond. When it's like, hey, I don't know. It's like weird.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but maybe it should be not considered like creepy, but sometimes it's just like I don't know.
So what is your preferred like way to slide if someone slides your DMs and you're like more comfortable?
Actually, I don't know.
You're just not comfortable with DMs.
Yeah.
In general. Okay,
if the person
that's what should be normalized.
Okay, yeah. Maybe it should be normalized. I think it should be normalized
too. Yeah. But obviously I feel like if you felt like Barstool or whatever, like you see like there's some bad DMs out there, but I'm just like if you like, I would honestly say, hey. Like, that's honestly my approach. You like, innocently just say, like, hey, how's it going? Like, what are you up to?
I would not just say, hey.
Oh, yeah,
Joseph's like, what are you
because, like, if a girl texted DM me, hey, I'll be like, what do I say to that? Hey.
Okay, yeah, obviously you gotta follow up.
And it's like, hey.
It's like, yeah. Obviously you gotta follow up, but I feel like starting out with, hey, and be like, how's it going? What are you doing?
No, I would be like, I think I would just, like, get it all out in one text.
Oh, in one text.
Like, hey, you want to go on a date?
Whoa.
Okay.
Because like it's like no.
That's a little too direct.
No, it's like for me, it's like no BS. That me and the girl or guy, no everything. It's all on the table. You either say no or yes, and I will never talk to you again. You know what I mean? So like
nothing's up in the air.
That's like to me, like I'm very direct with that because I think it's better for both parties. It just gets it over with.
I would check availability first. I would low-key be like, hey, you free this weekend? Or what are you doing this weekend?
I feel like that's more creepy, no?
No, just gauge it. And then let's say like they are actually like really busy or booked. Like I don't want to then intrude and say, can we go on a date?
I mean, but the thing is for me, it's like, if I just say, hey, you want to go on a date? They'll let me know when they're available if they're interested. I don't have to like be like, hey, when are you free?
I haven't done many things.
Like, hey, girl.
I honestly don't know.
Hey, girl.
It was also worse DMs with fun.
Oh, she's definitely got worse DMs.
I've never received a DM.
Well, there's a lot of like hacking accounts. Like, do you want?
Hacked accounts.
I got text messages.
But oh my god,
you got random people following you on Instagram.
I'm this Chinese person.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know this story.
DM'd me, and as a joke, I told my Chinese friend to give me a phrase, and it was Chinese characters, and it was take your pants off, but like it was supposed to be a joke, and I sent it, and then this guy sent me a video of his private part, and I was like, oh god,
that was the funnest.
Yeah, that was probably the worst thing. And my friends were like, what were you expecting? I was like, I don't know.
No, but
I mean, it's
you would expect a normal person to not be like, did actually send it.
Yeah.
So like someone he has no idea.
Yeah, I was like,
you could be a guy. She could be a dude. You know what I mean? Like you don't know.
Catfish.
I was just like, oh. And I like opened it in class too, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then
I remember like did you open like in the morning or something like that? And
Yeah.
we saw each other later,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Yo, Matt, guess what?" I was like, "What?"
I saw a man part today.
She's like, "Do you want to see it?" I'm like, "No." I was like,
no, but some people wanted to see
yeah.
it.
And then,
Whoa!
Yeah, like
like,
Jeffrey
no.
You gotta expose him like that.
Oh god.
Yo, Jeffrey, bro. Yo, Jeffrey, you gotta talk to this, dude.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Yo,
That
Jeff.
was unscripted.
Jeff.
Not my fault.
Jeff, you gotta. Never mind.
It was funny. Because he wanted to see the Chinese characters, and he was like, oh, the video's still there? I was like, yeah, it's still there. So.
No, but I'll be honest, like, I give credit to that guy. He was like,
bold.
I'm literally like, no pun intended, he went balls deep. He was like, I am literally going to just do everything.
Yeah.
I just down bad really
and
hard,
I was
bro.
just like,
You probably could have said, give me $100, and he would have given to you.
oh, frick. No, I was kidding. I should have said that in Chinese. Why did I say take your pants off?
It's like, send me $1,000 first. Then I'll reply.
Before you take your pants off.
Dude, he might actually do it. He's that guy.
Well,
I mean,
soon.
if he did that,
Yeah. He seems like the type of guy.
But yeah, that was probably, I mean, that was like kind of
that's
funny.
pretty funny, though.
Have
That's
you
pretty
ever given a DM to anyone? Like, slid into anyone's
good.
DMs before?
Kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
it
how?
was freshman year, and you guys know who this is,
Uh-huh.
but I can't say because he has a girlfriend now.
Oh, okay.
I can't say after, but I like thought he was kind of cute,
Mm-hmm.
and he posted something that we've talked about. Like we talked about this topic, like
That's not deep.
in study session. Yeah. So then he like, okay, we're talking about this place. I think it was like a restaurant or something, and he went to this restaurant. So I slid up. I was like, oh, like how's the food? But like that's a DM.
That's a DM?
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Oh, that's
Okay.
You're a player now.
I feel it's really hard to describe the context.
Well,
or
I
like
was just
intention.
I was trying to
Did
like
you do it
start,
in the intention to start a conversation?
Oh, okay. I just simply want to react to someone's story.
Okay, that's different.
That's different. Because me and this guy didn't talk. We were
Okay.
okay. So then I struck a conversation, and then we started like talking from there.
Okay, because for me, I like, let's say like someone posts like, oh my god, this drama is so good.
Okay,
I would
that's
slip and be
not
like,
what
I would slip and be like, oh yeah, I watched it too. It's really good.
Yeah, that's different.
That's
If
different.
you just are doing it to comment on something, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not really.
Okay.
I wanted to start a conversation,
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be a deal.
but I usually don't really start.
It's weird. For me, it's like, even though I do agree that in some way we should move toward to be normalized, it's just like, I think because we know the past of it. I think
the culture of DMing.
I think probably kids now, they probably do it, and it's probably whatever. It's like, oh yeah, just reach out. Like, it's not DMing, it's just reaching out, right? But for us, it's like DMs has always been for like a purpose of like probably not great things. So yeah, it's weird.
It's just
And
looked down
even
on.
when their intentions like just like
Yeah, if they literally just
it
want-
kind of seemed
it
like
just-
more like is he
yeah.
hitting on me kind of a thing.
Or like, yeah, or it's like I feel like even if like a dude DMs me, I'm like I'm back in my head, I'm like, what does he want? There's something like he wants, right? But that dude literally just might want to reach out and have a friend and chill out. But like,
yeah.
I'd be like, oh, someone's either pranking him or something.
Yeah.
I always think that, so it's
It's just part of the culture. It's
Yeah.
like really hard to change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would think normalizing it would help a lot of people.
Yeah. Because a lot of people's intentions aren't.
That's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, next.
Next question.
What is the most romantic thing you've done? I don't know this question actually. I don't think I'm like romantic.
I think. Wait, can I go first? Because
Oh.
mine's not romantic.
Okay.
That's not the question. The question's what is the most.
Well, her most romantic thing is not
Well,
romantic.
like my exes, I feel. I don't think they'll listen to this. Like, they're like not like romantic people, and since
Which is
we're-
not a bad thing.
Yeah,
right?
no,
yeah,
for sure,
okay,
for
okay.
sure.
Yeah.
And like since we're in college, it's kind of hard to be
Yeah,
romantic. But I think the most romantic thing I've done for a guy is for, I think this was like either Valentine's or like, I don't remember what holiday it was, but I got him boxers with my faces on it.
Whoa! I was not expecting that. Suzie, hold up. That's
It
okay.
was, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Wait, did I not tell you guys?
No.
Oh.
I was not expecting that.
It was just boxers and like
Is that
my
is that
selfies on
is
it.
that romantic or is that weird?
I don't know.
I guess it's romantic for the two people.
Would you guys wear it if your girlfriend did that?
Like if I had a pair of boxers for my girlfriend's
No,
face on it,
I think so.
I would wear it, but like that's still like. Huh?
But like I wouldn't wear it to like the gym.
Oh.
It's like,
Because like I have to change the locker room.
it actually like peeks out. They can see your girlfriend's face.
No,
like,
I mean
this
that,
dude.
wow, I never even thought that's like a thing. So is this something you wanted to do for him, or he wanted for you to do it?
Oh no, it was a surprise.
Oh.
And he was like, "What is this?"
That's pretty funny, actually.
And I'm like,
but
I guess it depends on your sense of humor with the boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you thought it was funny?
Or
was
he
he like-
liked
or he was
them.
like,
He was
oh.
like, "Wow, this is really good quality." I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
Okay, that's not the response.
That's called being a broke college student and not being a biker.
I would have said something a little bit different, but anyways.
Okay. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I think that's pretty
I
romantic.
don't think that's romantic.
Yeah,
It's just
see, that's
weird.
definitely not romantic, but I was not expecting you to say that. I was
Oh.
expecting you to be like, I got him flowers.
I know.
Like,
I
I
want to
guess-
see. I want to see like our reaction again.
Oh,
'Cause
I've
remember, I was like,
gotten my ex flowers too. But
yeah, I got him my flowers.
no, I've never gotten flowers before.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You never received flowers?
No, never.
I've only
Do you
received-
like flowers?
I love flowers.
I'd give him flowers. I've never.
That's why on my Hinge profile, it's like,
You have a hinge?
yeah, just
Oh.
for fun.
Follow Suzie on it.
Yeah, match with me on this.
Find her,
My
find her.
thing says like, I'll fall in love if you buy me flowers.
Dang,
Yeah.
low standards.
Yeah. No, actually.
Or
No,
both.
so
Or
one-
boxers. One of the
Dude,
two.
one time I got super drunk and I just like, we were like drinking in groups, so I left my house and I like picked flowers out in the garden. And then Eric and Josh came up. She was like, "What are you doing, Suzie?" And I was like, "I'm getting myself flowers because I've never gotten flowers from a boy before."
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And they're like, "Okay."
Out of all the things she's done
The
drunk,
bar,
she
the
remembers
bar
that.
is low. The
Very
bar is-
easy to
The
impress.
bar is low.
But yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if romantic, but sure.
Yeah, that's
Boxes. Hey,
Yeah.
that's a new standard.
But I'll be honestly, like, I'll be honest, I don't think I've done anything even better than that.
Really?
Like, I think
What would you consider?
I've written letters
That's pretty romantic.
in
That's
high
nice.
school. I think so. Or did she do that for me?
Or like little notes or whatever?
Yeah, I think I did that.
That's cute.
I don't know. For me, I don't like give something. I do something. Like
What do you do?
What was like something you would do?
like I would always like walk her home,
Mm.
or I would drive her places, or I would like help her out with like little things.
Mm.
That to me is like my way of being romantic. Because I don't know, like giving to me has always been like a little bit weird. Not weird because like
Because we're in
it's-
college. I
it's
think.
college. Also, it's hard because like
Got no money.
you know you got no money or like you don't nobody know, right? And it's like how many stuffed animals can you give, or you know what I mean, like how many flowers can you possibly give this person, right? So for me,
Never enough.
Flowers never enough.
Flowers
Stuffed
never
animals can pile up real quick.
Yeah.
the flowers true, but like you know what I mean, like some dead flowers everywhere. But for me, it was always like doing things. I would always go out of my way to like do something for them, whether it's like bring them food or bring them something they need,
Still a little thing
or
does count.
you know walk them somewhere, or like that's me being romantic. I don't think I've done. I helped someone with their college essays.
Wow.
Wow.
So romantic.
Is that
They
romantic?
definitely fell in love with you.
No, she broke up with me.
Okay.
Alright. Alright.
Nice.
Oh, that didn't work then,
I
huh?
hope she doesn't watch this.
Yikes.
Yeah, we're hoping that the actions we've done to the people that don't watch this episode. It's kind of embarrassing.
All right, Joe. You.
Well, yeah. I really hope the person that I'm talking about right now doesn't watch this because it's kind of embarrassing to talk about now.
Do you guys still talk with this? Do you still talk with this?
We're just like mutual
Yeah,
friends.
yesterday.
Like I know her from high school. Like this happened in high school.
Mm.
So it was like junior year prom.
Do I know this person?
No.
It's not the person.
It's not the person you're
Oh,
thinking
okay.
of. Yeah, I know who you're thinking of.
Yeah,
It's not
okay.
that person. It could have been, but no. Junior year, I was
She
like,
was pretty.
we're going to prom, getting ready. It's like kind of like proposal season. Like everyone's asking people out to prom. So I was like, well, I guess I have to ask someone. Or like I wanted to ask someone that year because like because I was on student council. So that year we found the venue and like we organized the prom for the seniors. So like when we go, like we organized everything. So I'm like, I'm gonna go, so might as well go with the date.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time, I was swimming, and I was a captain of the swim team. And then my co-captain was also a junior, and so we were really close. So I was like, I should probably ask her out because we're close, we're like good friends. Like, and she's nice and pretty, so like it wouldn't be nice. It'd be nice to have her on my prom date. So what I did was I contacted one of her close friends, and I'm like, can you help me set up for a promposal? And what we did was what I did was we both took psychology. So
you and this girl.
Yeah, this girl. And our psychology class was the last class of the day. And then so I think it was a Friday of 1 week. I emailed our psychology teacher, and be like, hey, I know we have an exam, like we have an essay exam that day. So like, I know we have an exam, but can I do my promposal to this girl during this class? And can you make it so that what we do is we get the exam paper, everyone face down, and then she says go, and we flip it over and we read the prompt and we write it. Cute. So I rigged it so that on that day for that class, with the help of my friend, we got all the test papers. Everyone got their test papers, but it was blank except hers. And hers says, to what extent would you like want to go on a date or go to prom with Joseph?
You said to what extent?
Yeah, because that's how psychology prompts are. So like we wanted to mock a psychology test, so she wouldn't just get it right away.
1700s.
So my friend, the friend's friend that was helping me, and I was not in class. Everyone went in, was getting ready for the exam, and then she said, all right, turn your papers over. Everyone took their paper. They're also confused because it's a blank paper, except hers. And she was like, you could see it. I could see her. She was like reading it as if she was about to start writing an essay. And she's like, oh my God. She like turned around. She's like obviously read. And then I had a poster that says, I know this might be psych, and then like psych with parentheses O, but would you go to prom with me?
Aww.
And then I had flowers and everything.
Why are you laughing?
That's
that's really romantic, actually.
Oh my gosh.
That's romantic.
It's out there somewhere. The video's out there somewhere on Facebook.
Wow.
Dude, that's actually so cute.
That was probably the most romantic.
I feel bad now for my
Yeah. Well, that's the last time I did a grand proposal like that. Like,
that's really.
Usually I would just do.
So I think for you, if you did like for like wedding, like when you're proposing, you would go crazy, you know.
I would low-key be down to
you
make
would
it a whole day thing. Just like they go with the girlfriends,
like
and
seven cameramen, like seven like in hiding bushes.
You have someone that's always like, oh yeah, just going for a vlog.
I'll be in a tree somewhere, just like
that with the GoPro.
I got you.
There's like a drone for some reason.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew the story or not.
No, you seem like
heard the story.
Yeah, me too.
Long time ago, maybe a long time.
But not in the details. No.
Yeah. That's really romantic. Hey, if you're watching,
you're lost.
That girl,
you're lost.
She's somewhere else.
Or maybe you won.
That's so cute.
That was probably the most romantic thing.
Wow,
Joseph said that. I'm so glad I went first.
Can you imagine? I gave someone boxers. I'll be like, whoa, time out.
Hold up. Yeah, but now I'm just like, well, I have Mario Kart.
Oh, God.
Yeah, whatever.
That's cute.
That's cute.
Yeah,
We suck.
Hey, that was me.
No,
nice.
not me.
Oh, you're right. I suck.
Boxers? Come on.
No, low-key, I think Matt's better than you, Suzie.
Okay.
I would never have thought you would have done that.
Wait, I thought I showed you guys.
No, what?
Because I showed a lot of people. I was like, is this
You
weird?
might have now that I think about it.
Show the box. I definitely
Really?
did not.
Joseph would have read it, but.
I definitely still have a picture. I'll show you guys.
Why am I?
after.
Okay. Well, for the sake of time, I'm going to skip a few of these questions that we already done.
Yeah.
But would you rather date someone who is fully grown? Now, let me put into context. We don't mean by
Age.
physical growth. We mean by someone who
Maturity.
is like super, like fully mature, like basically stable in their life. Well, like I know stable is never like 100%, but you know, relatively stable.
Yeah.
Or would you say, or someone who you would say is like getting to that stableness that we talked about?
Still developing.
Still developing.
Their character.
Not physically.
Their personality.
Yeah.
I think they understand now.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear like some. Matt wants some.
Matt's horny.
Matt wants to date someone not fully grown.
I'll answer this first because I think this is like a trick question because I don't think anyone can be fully grown ever. And I think I would rather date someone who is like willing to grow with you because if it's coming from personal experience, if you think you're fully grown and like perfect as a person, I think that's a red flag. And that was one of my exes because I would like try to talk about my insecurities. I tried to talk about my insecurities, and he was like, "Well, I'm not really insecure. Like I don't have any insecurities. I'm perfect." And I was like,
"That means it's insecure."
Great, like that. I feel like, and I also think like you grow through like relationship a lot. So I definitely wouldn't mind like dating someone who like is like still growing, and if he's like if he knows that he still has room to grow, I think that's if anything that's a plus. I think because like he's willing to work on himself too. I think.
Yeah, I completely agree because I think for me, I think it's my personality too. Even when like I led in Cornerstone, I never tried to make myself seem like the leader, right? And I think the reason I did that was because I don't like especially in a relationship, I don't want to feel like I don't want to like come off as like I'm better than you. I'm in a better spot. I think like you really get to know a person.
Yeah.
I think like, you really get to know a person, and like you kind of see the good and bad when you're like growing together, and like that really like can either like deter you from a relationship or really like strengthens it, right? Because you've seen the good and bad, and you continue to move forward with each other. So yeah, I definitely agree. I would probably say someone who's like not fully there yet because again, I agree. I don't think anyone is fully there yet. Like I talked with my mom about this, and my mom's way older than me, and she still says she hasn't fully figured it out. So for me, it's like I don't want to feel like I guess your ex. I don't want to feel like I'm good, like I'm chilling, right? Because there's always room to grow. And but I do see like hiding that insecurity is probably very easy, and it's probably a very like common thing to do. I can totally see that being something I might fall into, once in a while, because you kind of just want to like.
You want to be the stable person though, like you don't want to.
You don't want to seem like you want to seem like you have things going the right way. So yeah, I get both sides, but I think for me personally, it would be someone who's still growing.
I agree. I would say though. Like everything you guys said, I agree. But I would say there is a level of maturity that I do look for. Like if they're completely like lost and they just don't have anything like set and they're just clueless, then I would feel less inclined to date that person versus someone who's like at least striving and knows where they're at. And
like if they keep messing up, as long as they're trying.
Yeah, as long as they're trying and making efforts to develop their personality, whatever they're working on, and then also. I think has something going for them that I don't, so I can work on it through that, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So let's say they're like mature and are an expert and they're fully experienced in one thing that I'm just not there yet, then I can, through that person gain that experience versus, I can offer things that they might be working on. It's like a mutual, thing. So that's something maybe I would add, but everything else you guys said is pretty much, no one's ever fully there. My parents are obviously still growing, and the relationship evolves over time, and age is, something that tests your, I guess, development.
There's always the next thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and you just gotta know to bear through it together. I think that's what a relationship's for, right? Like to be secure in things you're insecure about in each other, kind of. So, yeah, I think it's a trick question, kind of.
But I guess it's not don't not be confident.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like have confidence in what you have, but like again kind of boasting and like over exaggerating it a little bit. I think that's where I think us three we agree that's not the right thing.
Yeah. In the context of the question, I think like I would look for someone that's fully grown and maybe things that I'm looking for security in. Like if I know this person has a very solid foundation in like let's say body image, like they don't care, whatever, and I'm very insecure about body image, then I would, want that. I don't want someone else who is also insecure in body image. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but like, I feel like we would both struggle together, and that would be much more harder.
Which could be a good thing,
right? Yeah. Not saying that's a bad thing.
Like you can grow in that way.
So just advocate for the other side of the question. Like, there's no one who's fully grown, but maybe if someone who's
different areas.
Yeah, different areas are grown, then I would, want to bounce off that.
I think we always hear those stories about like either the mom or the dad was in a bad place. But together they
pull them out.
They got to where they need to be. So yeah, either way, it's I guess in that situation one of the parents was grown, right?
Yeah.
So like it depends.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. But
good question.
Here's the juicy question of the evening. I guess I feel like
evening, bro. It's morning time. It's bright out.
My mind is not. But the question is, out of us three here, would we let our siblings this is kind of weird to explain, but would Suzie let Joe date her sister? Does that make sense? That's basically the question. And then vice versa, would I let my brother date Suzie?
Or like his brother, but his brother's really
like
young.
In the context that we're at a similar age.
We're all like 22.
So basically, would you let like
a sibling of yours date one another?
Age is like all the same. Yeah.
In SUJOBAE. That's such a hard question, actually.
Ew, that's disgusting. I don't like. I feel like that would be weird.
Why'd you look at me?
My mind directly goes to,
There's nothing wrong with that.
this is gonna go all the way, and we're gonna be like siblings-in-law.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
So we see each other at Thanksgiving.
And like, if I'm pregnant,
And Christmas.
if I become pregnant, that's just so weird.
Yeah.
Would I let Alice date you guys?
Okay, so
Let's say Alice
so
meets a
who
guy
would-
that's like identical to
who
you.
would? Maybe that's just a question. Who would you think Alice would work the best with?
Oh. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
I'd say neither.
No, but
Oh.
like,
Oh, no, yeah,
if,
Matt, we
if
just
we were the
got
last two, if we were the last two dudes on Earth, right? Like, what would it?
Hey, that's a hard question.
That's unfortunate.
She gonna be single.
Rip Alice.
She's just being a protective sister.
Wait, you guys answer first. Like, would you let me date Adam?
No.
Why? Well, not that I want to. I just want to know.
Sorry, Adam.
Well, okay, it's not. I don't care that you're my like sister-in-law, because I think once you start dating, it's just like okay, I'll accept
yeah,
it. You know, like it's like it is what it is. I'll live my own life, whatever. But for me, it's like just knowing Adam's personality, because I know him for so long, and then I know Suzie's personality. It's just not. It's just not.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I don't think I'm the type of person that Adam will be attracted to,
No.
and vice versa for sure.
Yeah, Adam doesn't remember people's names that he's known for his whole life, so it's like
Yeah, literally
he's
come
very
home
just
to
like
Matt's
he's
place.
very just like unaware. So like he wouldn't even look Susie's direction; it'd just be like somewhere else.
Wait,
So
imagine I bought Adam boxers with my face on it, and he wears it around the
Who
house.
knows?
Oh my gosh.
You know what he'll say? He'll be like, "Who's this?"
Is that supposed to be someone I know?
Is this a celebrity?
Oh god. Okay.
No, I would not say.
What about Philip?
My brother. Okay. I
Or
think
his brother.
if my brother, Philip, yeah, his name's Philip. He's still in high school, so he's still a little young. But if he was of age, like around 20s, mid-20s, honestly, like I'm not the type of brother to be like very picky with who he dates. But if it was up to me to like let him date Suzie or not, I'll probably say no.
Why? What?
This is nothing on you.
Yeah, no,
It's just like-
it doesn't match with my brother.
Ah.
Like I don't think
I'm
he
not
would
gonna lie.
appreciate
If
it.
Adam was a girl, I'll let him date Phil
My brother?
because I think it will work.
If my brother was a girl, or if I had a sister in her 20s,
You would let him date Matt, but not me.
I would also hesitate to let her date Matt.
I'm better than you.
That's because I feel like their personalities just won't match.
Mm.
Like, given the context that they've grown up in Korea for most of their life, they're more familiar with... Okay, well, I don't know. There's something about me. There's just a mental block. I'm just like, Susie's up to here, but it just doesn't match. Like,
It works out. Korean girl.
like
It just stops.
I would even go as far as to say my brother won't. Like, if I was my brother and we were in this context, we won't be close friends. Like, the personality just doesn't match. Like,
Same with mine.
The
Like,
way
same
he
with
hangs
you.
out with his friends, and the things he talks about, things he's interested in, the style, whatever, it's just not your vibe, I feel like. Like, you guys will be mutually, close, so, like, know each other, and you'll keep in touch and you'll hang out, but, like, to separately hang out and be close friends, that would be not conceivable, in my opinion. But I don't know. That's
Disclaimer, I'm not interested in you guys as brothers.
I would stop there.
my
You're like
brother's
10
here,
years
so-
older than my brother.
I think for me, or for Alice, maybe Joseph. But
Yes,
I was gonna say Joe because Korean.
then- I mean, you're
Korean.
Korean.
No, but he speaks Korean.
Oh, okay.
He speaks Korean
Oh,
well.
yeah,
He can
okay.
talk to your family. He
Oh,
can.
yeah.
dang.
She can have two Josephs.
Like,
in her
I
life.
feel like you're the.
She can have two Josephs in her life.
Oh god.
That's not. Oh, okay.
Joseph Lee, Joseph Kim.
That's crazy. I got a brother-in-law that has the same name.
I feel
Mom
like
says Joseph, two people.
I feel like Joseph's the type of person that like moms will really like. So then I
I was
feel
trying
like.
to say. Moms love me.
Yeah, Matt, screw you, bro.
Wait.
Or like my mom. Okay, my mom's primary language is Korean though.
Oh,
That's
So
true.
it'll be kind of different. But I feel like. But Alice, I like. If
Wait,
it was between
what-
you guys, I would choose Joseph. But even then, like.
But like, thing is, for me, like when I met Alice, I remember like I made a joke and she was like,
But she's different now. She's
yeah.
not
So I
awkward
remember I was like, shoot,
She's
did
not
She's probably
awkward.
just
I thought I offended her.
That
'Cause I was like,
before.
I was freshman year.
yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm
She was still in high
Who's
school.
this dude?
But now she's like talkative. She's like more talkative than me now.
She's in their young college life.
Yeah.
cool.
But neither of you guys probably, because like
Yeah.
no, I don't want to be
Okay.
brother-in-laws with you
Alright.
guys. That's like
Alright.
yeah.
Thank goodness we're on the same page.
But I
with
wouldn't
this.
stop. Like I wouldn't be
But
like.
if it happened, you wouldn't stop it.
Like me and Alice aren't like, oh, you shouldn't date that person. But we would give honest opinion on. Like she's
Same.
given honest opinions on my exes before.
Like, yeah, I'm saying, man. Like, if my brother dates someone, like, I would want to know who she is.
Mhm.
But I'm not. I don't feel like I'm in a position to be like, hey, screw her.
I
Like,
What
don't
if-
date
It would
her.
just be super weird if like I got a text message saying like, oh, your brother's dating someone I knew. Not you, but like someone I knew. I'll be like, this is weird.
Mm.
Like, could you imagine you got a text message? Alice is like, I'm dating Joe.
I'd be like, Joe.
You just throw your phone.
No way. Wait, but okay, let's say this is like a question we didn't discuss before, but what if you or brother or your brother like brought like girlfriend and you guys like absolutely hated her? You're like, oh, this girl's a walking red flag. Like there's so many things that you don't like about her.
I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't, because like I feel like
Let him go through the process.
I think he will learn so much. And also me knowing my brother's personality, I can't stop it. It has to stop on its own. It won't be through me. Yeah. So
Yeah. I feel like I'm in a position where I'm so much more older than my brother that he'll genuinely listen to my opinion. So if I had
I think he'll take your opinion.
if I had a very strong opinion that this is not fit for him, I would sit him down and talk about it. I would never say immediately like just break up with her. Like I don't care what you think. This is not for you. Like, but I would say, hey, this is what I see.
Hey.
Hey.
This
This is what I see. This is what you should be careful of. This is just my opinion. Do what you want with it. And then I would hope, he would make some sort of action that favors my opinion, but that's up to him. Like, same with Matt. Like, if he wants to go through the process of figuring out what dating's like and what girls are like, I guess, then that's it. Like,
Yeah, but for me, like,
first of all, he's dating someone. That's
Yeah.
one more than me.
Adam
So,
was-
Oh really?
or no. Like, I would say if in that situation,
oh yeah, I thought he was dating.
I'd be like, go you. Like, I was not dating at your age.
You're like, at least one of us is dating.
No. I don't know if he has.
I don't know how I would feel if my sister started dating someone because she's never dated anybody. But I feel like I'd be so curious, like about.
My brother's at the age where he's like starting to have things with girls, and like girls will DM him, and like you can clearly tell they're like flirting or whatever. I'm just like, that's your life. That's the season. 'Tis the season for high school drama. Yeah.
Like a lot of people are interested in her and stuff, but
Sheesh.
she's like, no.
For sure.
Yeah. Yes.
So many guys, so many non-jins.
Yeah, but I
Like
wouldn't.
who?
I also
Jesus.
wouldn't like.
Huh?
I feel like I would give honest opinion, but I feel like my sister's smart enough too.
Let them do what they
She's
want.
smarter than me for sure in terms of relationship. Because yeah, like she's
Is she not blinded by love?
She's not. She's very logical.
I'm very blinded.
I think.
I'm like I've become completely blind,
I've become blind.
and I see no red flags. Never. Yep. And then my sister, if anything, is the one who like gives me advice.
Wake up.
Yeah, like
Does she ever ask you like, are you dating anyone yet?
wait, we always talk about like guys. Like even when I have like small things, we call every day. So then
Okay.
even like small things we like talk about. So yeah, she knows everything about everything.
Makes sense.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Next question.
Worst grade in school.
Ooh.
It's
We're going into the
almost
school
lunchtime,
stuff.
by the way.
Okay.
Alright,
That's
we'll
fine.
do this one
Sure, I
and
understand.
then we'll end this.
Worst grade in school.
So for me, I missed an exam
0%.
because I thought it was on Wednesday.
Okay, is this worst grade for like a test or worst grade for like a
Worst
class?
grade in general, just in general. Oh,
I feel like class and test is different.
What's the class?
class probably okay. Class probably like I've received like I mean this isn't I've received like a 4 out of 10 one time
For a class?
for sorry my bad I think like a class assignment my bad a class. My lowest grade I probably got in college was a D plus.
D plus. So that's failing for that class, or?
Well, to me it's failing, but I technically got credit for it.
Oh, okay.
But
so
like
it wasn't failing by Purdue.
but like I retook it the class.
Oh, okay.
And I got a B. So like, but yeah, I got a D, like D as a dog. Plus.
I think we know.
No, what if,
I'm like B plus, bro.
because like, what if they heard B plus? They're like, yes.
Yeah, he has a dog, guys. I've gotten an F before.
Okay.
Because I don't know why, but freshman year, like I knew you
My
could
freshman
like,
year too.
yeah, I knew I could like retake classes. So one of the classes I just stopped going. Like
Bruh.
I took the first
I feel like I
exam.
remember this. Yeah.
Yeah, I took the first exam and I was like, that didn't go as well as I thought. So I was like, I'll just take it again next semester. So I just
heard you
stopped
say
going
that
to class.
I'm like, this girl.
Yeah, so I just stopped. But yeah.
Freshman year. Me sophomore year, when we went to COVID, I just could not do the online stuff.
Yeah.
I was terrible with the online stuff. And then with my time zone difference, like everything was just so early.
Yeah.
So I got like a C minus in one of my classes.
Right.
Like also that year was
stupid right now.
No. That was the year when they allowed for pass or fail.
Oh.
So I did pass or fail for one of my classes because I knew I was gonna get a crappy grade. And there's another class I'm like, should I do pass or fail? Like I wasn't even sure if I was gonna pass. So I'm like, if I do pass or fail and it comes up as a fail, that just looks bad.
That looks bad. Yeah.
So might as well try and get a letter grade. And if it ends up being fail, well, I couldn't have avoided that.
You can retake it. Yeah.
But like I clutch. Like I knew I needed like an 85 or above on the exam just to pass. So this was a high bar because I've been getting 60s on exams. So I'm like, shoot, I need like an 85 just to pass, and I got like an 86. So I was like,
wow,
I barely passed. Like I want to say by like a couple percent.
That was me my last semester.
And if I get a C minus, that's a fail.
Yeah,
like
me too.
Below C minus. C minus is borderline pass or fail for our engineering major. So it's like crap.
I think that's actually all majors. I think C minus.
Oh, C minus. Okay,
yeah, for like your major class.
I heard some majors.
So how did you get credit for D plus?
Huh? It was a gen ed.
Oh, gen ed.
Yeah,
So major classes.
Yeah, major classes was different.
Gen eds go lower. That's why I'm saying like for major classes. But yeah, I remember that dropped my GPA so low. I was like, shoot.
Yeah.
C minus ain't good. But I was so happy to pass that class too because it's the hardest class you'll take as an engineer, especially at Purdue. So it's like
that was like me in my senior. Like, I remember like I needed like a 75 to pass, or to just get a C, and I was out of here. And then I got it. I got like a 75. But then my teacher kept adding points to it just cause. Some teachers at the end they just add points, right?
Yeah.
They're just like
we'll curve it up a little.
Okay, well my professors they just sometimes curve it because he was Korean. I think we're buddy. But anyway, so I'm like he was like oh yeah, and he gave me like 8 more percentage.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I mean my grade didn't really change that much, but I was like, wait, I could have not. I could have failed this. Yeah, I was like, wow.
I could have gone to that Friday night hangout.
Yeah. No, I still went to the Friday night.
Yeah, study in school, guys.
Yeah.
Don't
don't
kill yourself.
Over what the?
Like, there's some people that literally I know a lot of people who regret studying so much because they got all A's.
Like missing out on things.
Yeah, and they got all A's and everything, but it's like they just get a normal job and it's like
live a little.
What did I?
It's okay to fail class or two.
Wow.
I know a lot of people like that.
There's some people don't even graduate.
Don't live live a little.
Don't live.
Don't
just said.
No.
He's like, yeah, some people don't even graduate.
What?
He's so mean.
I'm not saying. Oh my god. I was in the concept like people drop out of college.
We're gonna change our answer. She cried now.
I'm saying some people drop out from college.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
they just don't. They just give up,
and it's fine, and they figure it out.
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with failing class or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
we gotta go to lunch.
Let's end with one question. Would you rather give up salt or sugar for the rest of your life?
Sugar.
Oh, that was fast.
I don't like desserts that much.
I'd rather have like savory stuff for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Well,
it's like what kind of dessert is good? Like.
Okay.
They're all good, but it's like it's not good
enough.
What about
like
replace...
natural sugar, like fruits too?
Oh, I don't like fruits.
Oh, that'd be hard. But I'm allergic to all fruits now, so yeah, that's fine.
That's crazy. We're salty people.
Yeah, because let's say you gave up sugar or salt, you're just gonna have to eat fruits and desserts for the rest of your life.
No, you can just not put salt on your food.
Okay, that's true, but that's horrible.
Yeah, there's no taste.
Yeah.
You need salt and pepper.
Oh my god. Wait, I did a diet before when I didn't eat salt, period. So I would just eat boiled vegetables.
Rice and vegetables?
No, it was like boiled vegetables and like eggs,
chicken.
No sugar or no salt. It was horrible.
Wait, actually, I like boiled vegetables.
But I lost so much
What kind of
weight.
diet incites no salt?
No, it was like vegan plus.
So no sodium. So like no sodium. No, so like no, but the thing is, salt and pepper don't count as seasoning.
Well, I counted it.
Oh.
So I literally just ate like berries.
Seasoning is like ketchup, like that stuff, like high sugar and high. Yeah.
Salt.
Okay.
Like condiments.
Yeah, condiments are high sugar, high calories.
I was so skinny then. but I passed out, so my mom was like, "You need to stop."
No, you were skinny, but
Suzie,
you needed
that was
to.
crazy.
That was
You needed to
horrible.
eat.
That's not a smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you needed to eat. Anyways, that's a.
If you guys listen this far, thank you.
Thank you.
We're
Bob.
glad to do this in person. Hope you enjoyed it. We honestly don't even know when we're gonna do the next one, but maybe
next week.
maybe next week,
Who
maybe
knows?
tomorrow, maybe who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But we did this just because
It won't be in person.
You never know, man.
You never know that.
We didn't know we were gonna do it in person
Yeah.
today.
Like,
We
I
literally
didn't
texted
I
last
didn't know
night
either.
at 10 p.m.
Wait,
we were
I
like,
was calling Joseph at this point too.
Oh, for real?
yeah, we were calling.
No,
She was
so,
bawling.
for me, it was like, because like my mom literally at like 8 p.m. She's like, you gotta pick up Evan tomorrow. I was like,
Yeah,
why didn't you tell me this like 20 hours ago?
Yeah.
Susie's bawling on the phone, and then she's like sniffles. She's like, by the way,
You
you
know
see
what's
Matt's
funny?
text.
I was getting kind of annoyed. I'm like, why are they texting me?
Yeah. No, I was like, did you see what's text?
I'm like, yeah, we can talk about it after you finish your,
It's like-
your moment.
But
Matt's coming tomorrow.
But yeah.
and there's those
Oh,
cards.
yeah,
that's
so-
pretty funny.
All right.
I guess until the next episode, we'll see y'all
Thank you
later.
guys for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Is it correct?